Well, happening now, Maryland lawmakers are holding a special session in Annapolis on redistricting congressional maps in the state. And this would be, Shanika, for the 2028 election year.
That's right, Mark. And if approved by voters in November, the constitutional amendment would allow Democrats to redraw congressional maps in their favor. Here to talk about this redistricting session is former Maryland delegate Alice Kane. Good afternoon, Alice.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. And first, let's just start with if you could tell us what's at stake in today's redistricting session.
What's at stake? I would say two things. Big picture, whether or not we have free and fair elections in the future in our country. And I would say in the short term, what's at stake is whether we give power to the people of Maryland to decide whether or not we want to have the ability to redistrict, as so many other states are already doing.
Yeah, Alice, how did we even get to this point? Redistricting. It's like, we're here now. There's a special session today, but
Right.
just give us a little history lesson on why we're even here right now.
Sure. Yes. So we're here for a couple reasons. Last year, the president strongly encouraged a number of Republican-led states to try to rig their maps so that they would gerrymander more seats that are currently competitive to be very strongly leaning Republican. By doing that, they managed to create, I'd say, at least a dozen new districts across the country that are heavily gerrymandered. So other states all face a question: if the rules of the game have been changed in the middle of the process, do we look the other way, pretend that didn't happen, or do we play by those new rules that have been imposed on us? So that's sort of the background to why Maryland is even considering this. I will say, when I was in the legislature, one of the first bills I passed was to draw independent, fair, non-gerrymandered districts. It was something I heard about on the campaign trail constantly. Americans, Marylanders hate gerrymandering, but is being imposed on us by what's happening in all these other states. So we either look the other way or we play by the new rules that have been imposed by this administration.
And, how will this impact voters?
Well, the good news is every registered voter in Maryland gets to vote on it in November if the legislative session is successful and puts it on the ballot. So we will have the ultimate say. And that is something I really appreciate about Governor Moore's leadership, is that he wants every Marylander to have a voice in this decision.
So for the next couple of days, Alice, what's going to happen, and what's the finish line here?
Well, it's happening as we speak. There's a joint session happening right now with a House committee and a Senate committee. The House did vote on this last year and passed it. The Senate did not bring it up for a vote, I'd say earlier this year in the legislative session. So there are 50 witnesses testifying today, laying out every possible reason for yes, every possible reason for no. Our voices are being heard. Legislators will listen. They will probably make amendments based on what they hear. And if the legislation is successful in November, when we vote, we can say yay or nay. And the majority of the voters, whatever we say, will determine whether or not Maryland can move forward with some different rules for the maps in the future.
I've got to say, that is such a process, but thank you so much for breaking it down and sharing that with us.
Sure. And I will say the governor started this process over a year ago. And he, Speaker Pena Melnick, and others have been working really hard on this behind the scenes. And so what's happening today as we speak is the culmination of literally a year of very hard work to make sure we Marylanders have a voice in this moment when so much is at stake for our country.
Former Maryland Delegate Alice Kane, thank you so very much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, Shanika, let's stay in the state of Maryland. And 2 people were arrested overnight after police chase in Montgomery County. Investigators say that it happened after D.C. police reported a stolen car during an armed carjacking. Police say that they spotted the car near Quincy Orchard Road and Darnestown Road and tried to do a traffic stop, but the driver drove off, and that just started the chase. The car crashed. 2 people were taken into custody. Police say that one of the suspects was taken to the hospital after being tased. Police say that they also recovered a gun.
And Mark, tomorrow is Virginia's primary election, and polls, they open at 6 a.m., closes at 7 p.m. The primary races voters will cast their ballot for include Republicans' nominee for U.S. Senate, the 7th District, and the Democratic seat for 8th District. There's a Democratic race for local races as well. That includes Arlington County. And DC News Now will have you covered tomorrow as well. For more information, just head to our website at dcnewsnow.com. And in Maryland, 2 people were arrested overnight after a police chase in Montgomery County. Police say it happened after D.C. police reported a stolen car during an armed carjacking, and officers say that they spotted the car near Quince Orchard Road and Darnestown Road and tried to do a traffic stop.
Former Stafford County Sheriff's Office sergeant is behind bars after allegedly purchasing and receiving child sexual abuse material. A 37-year-old Justin Foreman allegedly received around 300 videos and at least 11 images throughout a conversation on this app from 2023 to 2024. And investigators said that the majority of the materials appeared to show child sexual abuse. He's currently being held in jail in Alexandria as U.S. Marshals continue their investigation.
And in Virginia, an Arlington County firefighter had to be rescued while responding to a house on Sunday. And more than 100 firefighters responded to the fire along 33rd North just before 2 p.m. And officials did not say where that fire started, but neighbors told us that they've heard lightning and they heard those strikes nearby before hearing those sirens just a short while after.
And
my son and I were outside actually at the time, and we heard a huge lightning bolt. We saw a huge lightning bolt and then just like a explosion. It sounded like a bomb had hit in Arlington someplace. It was incredible.
And the firefighters suffered non-life-threatening injuries. No one else was reportedly injured.
And Shanika, before we head to the break, a former Virginia State Senator, Janet Howell, has passed away at the age of 82. Howell served in Northern Virginia for more than 3 decades, representing District 32. She was the first woman in the Commonwealth to serve as the chair of the Senate Finance and Appropriations Committee. Howell was also credited for reforming Virginia's family violence and mental health laws.